don't be so stupid. Of course I'm still cleaning. I'm still here. She's still on holiday, that so-called best friend of mine, Joni Pollitt. She's supposed to have 2 weeks in Altinkum over in Turkey. She's been telling me, Porcupine, she's told me she has to stay there because her blind date gentleman caller is of that persuasion. So he wants to stay there seeing his mother and 3 kids. So anyway, she's stopping over there. I thought, well, fair enough. Now, what I wanted to tell you was, I've been thinking about this hot weather that we're having at the moment, and it put me in mind of last year. We had some lovely hot weather, and I'd taken my dog out, Spliff. You know he's called Spliff because he's only got little legs, and we take him out for a drag. Cross between a Rottweiler and a Poodle. It's called a Rottoodle. He's a crap guard dog, but a vicious gossip. And I had him out on the lead, didn't I, taking him out for this drag. And a man accosted me. He grabbed me, he said, "Do you know that dog of yours there frightened my mother-in-law half to death 2 days ago when it was out on the streets, running wild?" I said, "Well, don't come knocking on my door asking for compensation." He said, "I don't want compensation, I want to know if I can hire it for 2 more weeks." Well, I'm £200 better off and Spliff's over there at a farm in Chorley. Which is better than where he normally goes, which is here, Joni Pollitt's place. Well, she's got this, I told you, this bloody rabbit with sabre teeth. Ooh, it's got teeth that look, it's like Janet Street Porter on speed. And it can frighten anything. She had a polecat, and it used to frighten this polecat to death. Anyway, she had it stuffed when it died. The polecat, not the rabbit, that's still going. But it put me in mind of many years ago, I remember. I was watching out the window and one of the dogs from next door, but 3 had got next door neighbours, little girl's white rabbit. And it looked terrible. So I was looking out the window and I could see this rabbit being dragged around by this dog. Blood everywhere. It was obviously dead. The dog, not the dog, the rabbit. So I ran out, didn't I? They'd gone on holiday, I knew they were back the day after. So I got this poor rabbit up, this poor dead creature, and I washed it under the sink. It's a bit of bleach on, get the blood out, and I glued its eye back in and, you know, fluffed it up with an hairdryer. And I crept over to next door's garden and I put it in the hutch and left it there. So I thought, well, there won't be a problem. She'll go and have a look. She'll see it's died with a carrot in its mouth. It'll be all right. Anyway, they came home, didn't they? And I could hear them shouting next door. They'd been in the garden. They were unpacking. They were banging around. And I could hear them shouting. So I thought I'd better find out what's going on. So I peeked over the garden fence. I said, "Maurice, you all right, love?" He said, "Not really." I said, "Why, what's the matter?" He said, "It's our rabbit." I said, "Well, what's the matter with your rabbit?" He said, "It's here in the hutch, dead." Oh, I said, "What a shame." He said, "I'm not bothered about that. What I am bothered about is it died a week ago and I buried it." Oh, I said, "No, don't know anything about it, love." And I made a quick exit, I did. But these dogs that I've got at the moment, I'm looking after, like I said, a friend's got these 2 dogs. And the 2, they're like Shih Tzus. Now, we used to have Shih Tzus many years ago. I'm dog sitting at the moment, so I'm looking after her house, her cat, and I've got these 2 dogs while I split over in Chorley. So I'm looking after these for a friend. Do you know, I'm a paragon of virtue, me. I tell you what, you ask me to do something, I'll do it for you, especially if money's right. But we had these 2, they call it Itsy and Bitsy Shih Tzus. Now, I don't know if you know, but the raison d'etre of a Shih Tzu is to lie on a monk's feet in Tibet and keep them warm. So we had these Shih Tzu, Itsy and Bitsy. They were lovely little things. Now, when they died, I thought, shall I have them made into slippers, which will fulfil the natural calling, or shall I have them stuffed? So Joni had a polecat stuffed, so I thought I'll go down that route. So, you know, I went in seeing him. I said, "Can I get these Shih Tzus stuffed, Itsy and Bitsy?" He said, "Yes, of course you can, we're taxidermist." He said, "Our motto is you snuff them, we stuff them." Oh, I said, "Fine." He said, "Would you like them mounted?" I said, "Don't be ridiculous, they were brother and sister, that's incest in the deceased." Anyway, we had them done. Now, I've got to tell you, about 3 nights ago, I've got my watch on today. Can you see this one? It's working, it's back from the menders. It's been buggered for the past few weeks. I'm telling you, I can't get anything. Oh, it's awful. But it got me thinking. About 5 nights ago, I was in Manchester in Ancoats. It was about 11:30 at night. And the trade was very, very sparse. There wasn't many punters knocking around. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? You know, I could do with some money. I need the bills paying, you know. Anyway, along came this or just big man, this, oh, he was an Arab. So he looked at me and I looked at him, he cocked his eye at me and I cocked my eye back and we sat there cock-eyed for 10 minutes. Anyway, he said, come on back to my hotel. Oh, I thought, money here. So I whizzed upstairs. Now I was conscious, as I say, it was 11:30 and the last bus going to Wigan from the top end of Piccadilly was 12 o'clock midnight. So I had to be back, you know, that was the only way I was going to get up. So I said, we'll have to be quick. He said, yeah, that's fine. So when we'd finished the business, I looked at the clock in the bedroom and I thought, oh, good God in heaven, it's 10 to 12, I better rush. So I said to him, right, give me your money, you bugger. He said, I've got no money. I said, you what? You've just used and abused me and you've got no money, not even euros. I said, well, what do you think you're going to do about it before I phone the police? He said, can you phone the police? I said, of course I can, I'm a worker. He said, I'll tell you what, then I'll give you this. And he held this watch up. He said, I was buying that for my wife back home, but you can have it. So I looked, I thought, oh, it's quite good, that. It's not exactly a Cartier, but it's not bad at all. Got a few bob from that. I take it down to Bobby Isherwood's shop down at bottom. You know, he'll buy anything in. He's the one who goes for Benidorm Cig Run and gets all the tobacco cheap, you know, and Traitors Gate gin and stuff like that. Thought I'll sell it to him. When I looked at the watch, 5 to 12 by now, and I had 2 flights of stairs to get down. So I pulled my knickers up and I started running with this watch, didn't I? Got outside the hotel and I saw the bus stop there and the bus was here. I was in the middle between the bus coming and the bus stop. Well, I started running to get to this bus stop so I could wave to stop the bus. Well, I ran and of course, what happens to us de brays? I tripped. And as I tripped and I put my hands out to stop myself, the watch in my hand flew off straight in the middle of the road under the tracks of the oncoming bus. The bus went straight past the bus stop, missed it completely. Me had to walk down the East Lancs Road to try and get back home to Wigan. And the motto of that tale, if you're fucked for time, don't rely on the buses. Now, I thought I'd put you right. Now, I've got to carry on now because we're still cleaning this place. I'll speak to you soon, alright? Tra! Hang on, I'll do profile.
If you find a girl